everybody. Good morning and welcome back to another episode of More with Mindie. I'm your host, Mindie Barnett, and we are just 2 days, I cannot believe it, but we're 2 days shy of Halloween. So before you know it, your little ones or your big ones, or even maybe you, if you collect a lot of candy at work or just like it, we'll have, or leftovers, I guess, we'll have a lot of fabulous and fattening candy in your house. So if you don't want it lingering around like every year happens to me, and you want to make something good of it, we have some suggestions. And joining me today is a very good friend and fabulous chef extraordinaire, Chef Jerzy Gonzalez. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Oh, good. And anybody who knows me knows that I am not a cook, and you probably know firsthand.
Yes.
So before we get into all of the goodies and showing people what they can do with their leftover candy, we'll talk a little bit about you, because that's going to be like the first part of, our fun segment here with More with Mindie. Everybody wants to know, what people are, what inspired them to get involved in a business or change careers or something like that. So tell me a little bit about, you didn't start off as a chef, right?
I did. I did start going to school for nursing at first.
Right.
And then it just wasn't me. And then I said, you know what, I love food, so I just need to go back to cooking. That's what I needed to do.
Did you always have a passion for the kitchen?
I did. I had a passion for food. So
You like to eat?
I like to eat.
Well, that I have down.
Yeah. So yes, I always did have a passion for food and a passion to be in the kitchen, thanks to my grandmom.
Oh, that's great. So what were some of your grandmom's favorites or best dishes that you remember as a little girl?
There are so many about Spanish dishes. We have like a flancocho, which is some type of a cake. Obviously her rice and beans, and then her kid chicken. She always cooked her meals a different way, and I just always loved every single last one of them. She's actually the one who allowed me to step outside of the box and to eat things that I would normally not eat. Something maybe like an octopus salad, where it's just like, oh, whoa, octopus.
But how old were you when you ate octopus? I mean, I didn't try it for the first time until I was about 40. I love it though, but I definitely wouldn't have explored that as a child, that's for sure.
Probably maybe like 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a little different. She got tricked me into it, telling me it was chicken.
Yeah, it's chewy like that. That's true.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So you had an adventurous palate.
Yes, I did.
Which enabled you to become an adventurous in the cuisine space, if you will.
Yes.
So nursing, how did you go from like cooking to nursing? At least in your head, that you thought that might be a good.
Honestly, my godmother, she was a nurse, and I mean, I just absolutely loved her, and being around her and my god sisters, that I kind of just wanted to be a nurse because of her.
Okay.
But all the blood and all of the reading and the extra work, I was like, maybe this is just not for me.
It's a tough field. It's an important one, but yeah, it is difficult. So it takes a special person. Not that it doesn't take a special person to be a chef, because I certainly couldn't do it myself. That's for sure. So tell me a little bit about what inspired you to start your business, and a little bit about like your transition, because you're not originally from, even though your name's Jersey, I guess you are from Jersey, but then you moved down to Maryland, and then you migrated back. So talk to us a little bit about that.
So I decided to start my company. One day I had the opportunity to cook for somebody, and I didn't know a thing about being a personal or a private chef. So everything I learned, I actually learned through working for that person, and whatever I found on Google. And it was just so much fun to me. I was pretty much like, I was at home, but I was at their home cooking, and then I became part of like the family. And it's like, what's better than to do what you love in a home setting?
Right.
So from there, I just started looking on for more and more people, and then that's when I decided to build a company out of it. And learning in school, it was like location, the way is name of companies that are pretty successful, and you should have a company name that pretty much states what you do. So I cook for you. I cook for you. It's like, oh, well, I know exactly what you do. You don't have to Google and find out. So that, became like really pretty catchy. So it's fun. I feel like I don't belong in a corporate world. Not that there's anything wrong in a corporate world. I like to be my own boss. I like to make my own hours. You know, I have 2 little ones, so I like to be at home with them, and I just don't want my life to have to revolve around my job. And if at any time I wanted to, I can bring my kids with me to work. You know, it's just a fun thing. I want to be around my little ones. And it really just started when I had my 2 little ones, so my mind did change a bit after having my 2 little ones.
That's great. So that leads me to my next question, because there's a lot of women and men watching that are parents and obviously work full time. So how do you manage to, I mean, I feel like I always equate myself to like one of those, like a mouse on a wheel, like you just don't stop between work and then taking care of the kids and just, you know, trying to find 5 seconds for myself to exercise or just chill for 5 seconds. How do you manage the balance? Like, I know maybe it's a little easier because you can bring your kids to work, but nevertheless, you still have demanding clients, I'm certain.
Yeah, so I work pretty much, I schedule my job around my life, so to speak. So if my husband is off, then I'll go ahead and do what I have to do. I mean, obviously we do have daycare. They do go to daycare, but they don't go to daycare every day.
Okay.
So I work a lot from home. I do go to the office also too, but it really just depends on how or what setting I have at home. It does also help because I have a calendar, and on my calendar, you know, it tells me what I'm doing on that week, who's doing what, how I'm gonna do it, and I also have a menu. So, and the easiest way for me to even manage my time better is to build a menu. So I have like a monthly menu of what the kids are gonna eat for lunch, what we're gonna eat for dinner. It's easier so that if I am out, all I have to do is look at my phone. It's like, all right, this is what we're having for dinner. I know I don't have this, so let me go get it. And then I'll try to, depending on my situation, set myself up for the next day.
Okay.
It just makes my days so much easier.
So you prep a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you're not winging it like me. So I like sort of, oh, good morning, everybody. What's everybody want for lunch today?
Exactly.
And I'm like, what's everybody want for dinner? Let's see if we have it in the house. Spaghetti and sauce. I just heat it up. Right. So they're probably having like, that's a good idea. Yeah. Like it's good for any parent to figure that out. I know a few dads that do that. So that's nice. So tell me a little bit about I Cook For You. I know when you first started, you mentioned that you were a private chef in a home. Is that still the case, or are you doing more catering and things like that, or a little bit of both?
So I still am a personal chef. Private chefs and personal chefs are different but the same. Private chefs actually live in a person's houses and normally have hot meals throughout the entire day. A personal chef just pretty much comes to your house maybe twice a week, cooks your meals, and then I leave you reheating instructions, and I leave you a menu that coincides with the colors of the containers that are inside the fridge. So your menu, it'll be orange. It's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's orange, red, yellow, blue, green.
Okay.
And then the containers are orange, red, yellow, blue, and green, and it's also numbered so you know that your protein is number 1, your starches are number 2, your veggies are number 3. So if you look on your menu and you want to mix match and you don't feel like having a steak today, but you want grilled chicken, you know, today, and that's what's green, but, you know, technically your steak is red, you can like mix match everything.
So you can swap out.
Yeah, so you can swap, but you know everything that's on there because everything is also labeled.
That's interesting, because I know there's such a large surge today with those prepared meals. People are like investing in that and subscribing because they just don't have the time or the the wherewithal to sit there and plan healthy meals. But everybody's trying to eat healthier, give their kids and their families like full balanced meals, dinners especially. So that's great. What's like, you don't have to give it away, but roughly like what's the price point for something like that? Does it range?
Yeah, it does range. It depends on a family size.
Gotcha.
And then how many meals. So if you look on my website, it'll actually break everything down for you.
Oh, all right. That's good. I could use your help.
Hey, I'm here.
Okay. So tell me a little bit, like, what are some of their secrets to success? I mean, in the kitchen. What are like your must-do moves, 3, if you had to name them? Like, as opposed to me, who tends to like cook, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this now. And then I forget the things on the oven range, and then it's burning, and there's fire coming, and the whole 9. So yeah, it happens, everybody. It does, yeah. So, it's scary.
I'm pretty fast in the kitchen. So one of my secrets, I would say, to success is to prep ahead. you just want to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing, because you're going to spend a whole lot of time thinking about, all right, so what am I going to make right now? What's in my fridge? What am I going to make? Like, you'll probably spend a whole hour trying to figure out and think of meals to make,
right, instead
of just having a menu. So again, just having a menu and then prepping yourself ahead of time and then clean as you go. Are my 3 pretty much success means, honestly.
All right, like it. Very cool. All right, so before we go to commercial break, because we're going to get into some exciting baking, I guess I should say, I like to ask every guest, because I have my book Intermission coming out, what would you say was your turning point? I mean, some people have multiple turning points. I certainly did in my life, and I'm only in my mid-40s, so I'm sure I have more ahead of me. But nevertheless, what would you say, if you had to pick one, would be like a time where you decided to make a change in your career or change in a relationship or just a personal change, that you took a pause and you reflected and turned into the fabulous chef and person that you are today?
I did have a couple. One was when I had my oldest. I had him very young, not that young, but I was in college when he was born. So that was like, I would have to say my first turning point, and like the most recent one would be my 2 little ones. So that's where I did my whole life change. It's like, okay, like I'm not so much of being such a workaholic, because I was constantly working, I'm out and I'm doing things. Now it's more about my kids, you know. So
quality of life.
Yeah, exactly. I want to spend more time with them.
Yeah, that's nice. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
And they're not acting up.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding.
Just don't take them to the grocery store.
Oh my God. Well, they pick everything. But at least I know they're going to eat then. So that's not such a bad thing. All right, very cool. All right, so when we come back, we are going to talk to Jerzy a little bit more about what we can do with our Halloween candy, so it's not sitting around in your Halloween bowl for eons and eons and eons and eons and collecting dust or mold or getting eaten by you, like it happens to me. So we're gonna look at what we can do with our chocolate and some of the other sugary candies when we come right back. Stay with us.
For independent living for seniors age 62 and over, People Inc. offers safe, maintenance-free apartments across Western New York. The affordable rent is income-based. For more information, call People Inc. Senior Living at 817-9090.
In a world where bankers have lost all interest, where robots and fat cats rule our fortunes, one woman will stand up and strive to do the impossible. Be treated like a person. Friends and neighbors will join her quest. Ordinary people will band together against the forces of corporate greed. And together they will form Philadelphia Federal Credit Union, already in a neighborhood near you.
Assurance. It's a word, a touch, a look that sparks a feeling. Peace of mind that everything will be all right. These are the moments that inspire us to do more than you'd ever expect from a car insurance company, at a price that's less than you'd expect. This is more than just insurance. This is Plymouth Rock Assurance. Visit us at PlymouthRock.com.
Hi, my name's Casey Price, host of a brand new show called Everyday Elder Care. My show will help you take the stress out of caring for your elderly loved one by educating you about options and solutions you may not even know exist. Tune in every Tuesday at noon on RVN TV. We'll see you there.
Imagine the finest hand-selected USDA prime steak you'll ever have. The freshest line-caught seafood, our Wine Spectator award-winning wine list, and soul-satisfying desserts. Bring that together with the perfect date, the winning business deal, a memorable family celebration.
Hey everybody, welcome back to More with Mindie. And today we are going to show you what you can do with all of your leftover Halloween candy that you're definitely going to have in your house in 2 more days. So joining me once again is Chef Jerzy Gonzalez from I Cook For You. She's a fabulous chef. And today we're going to show you what you can do with your chocolate that you're going to be getting from your lovely kitties. So what are we making? Making mud pie?
Yes, so we're doing a little twist on the mud pie.
And I want to just tell everybody at home, that's the recipe if you want to try this yourself. Okay, go ahead. What's the first step?
What you want to do is you want to give it a little twist. So I'm sure everyone's going to have parties. You know, we have a lot of holidays coming up.
Right.
So a different way to do a mud pie, I should say, is we have some mason jars. You can decorate your mason jars in whichever way you like. All right, and what we have here is we have our different chocolates from Halloween left over. You just have to take them out the packages. Let's chop them up a little bit. And then we have here is our chocolate pudding.
Okay.
And this right here is just crumbled cake.
Crumble cakes. Let me ask you a couple quick questions because I know zero about cooking. So you chop up any old chocolate, doesn't matter what kind. Mix it all up, like coconut, the whole nine. All right. Pudding from like the Jell-O container.
Yeah,
pudding?
you can do the Jell-O,
like,
or
scoop
you
it
can
out.
do it from
All right,
out.
and the cake you just buy in the store or you bake it yourself or whatever. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I actually bake this one. So whenever you bake cakes, you want to level it off. So I just cut the top layer of it, which you'll see on the next segment.
Okay.
And then I actually save it and I crumble them because I could also make, you know, little cake balls. Or
a cake pop?
Cake pops.
Oh, my kids love that. All right. So I'm sorry. Keep on going. All right.
So what you're going to do, Mindie, because you are the chef today.
Oh,
okay,
yay.
You have your mason jar.
Okay.
So you're going to go ahead and take a scoop of your pudding.
A heaping teaspoon?
Yes.
Aren't you proud?
You know,
Impressed?
spread it in the bottom.
Okay. Oh, it's so fabulous. Okay.
Then you can take some of your crumbled cake.
Just a teaspoon?
A nice little big heaping teaspoon.
A heaping
Or
teaspoon.
tablespoon.
Okay. I like cake, I like pudding, and I love Reese's Pieces.
So another good thing is when you're baking your cake, you can take your chocolates and you can just stuff your cakes with it while they're baking. So you put it in the mix and let it bake. So there's actually chunks of like some of these Reese's and Kit Kats in that cake mix.
Yum, yum, yum.
Then you go ahead and take your chopped chocolate.
Okay, I can just put my hands in
Yeah,
it.
just
All
put
right.
your hands in it.
They're clean. I know this is very, not what you should be doing.
And then you just repeat the steps again.
Oh, so you're making a
putting-
parfait?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Oh, this is cool. It's easy too, Jersey. And how long will something like this keep? Like about
I
a
would
couple
give it to,
days?
like 3 days.
Yeah. And you top it with a candy
Yeah, you
at
top
the
it
end?
with the candy, and then you can put the lid on it and serve it like that at your parties,
That's
or just like that and
awesome.
stick the spoon in there.
Oh, that's really
It's
easy.
just a fun way, a different way of doing it.
Here, let's try it.
There you go.
Because I like to taste it. That's the best part. Let's see. I'm going to get some pudding on my spoon. And it's very small, so it's just that's really good.
And you can taste the chunks in the cake. Pretty good.
It's really good. It almost tastes like a cookie with all the candy inside. So this is easy, breezy, mud pie without the gross worms, the candy worm, not the real worms, but the candy worms.
Yes.
It's awesome. All right, so that's easy, everybody. Again, the recipe was on the screen. It will probably, if you want to go back and watch it again, you can freeze your screen online and then you can write it down, and bon appetit. We'll be back to show you more coming up. Stay with us. I like it.
Welcome to Rod's Steak and Seafood Grill in nearby Morristown, New Jersey. Bring your appetite and feed your passion.
Love my style and I'm dancing tonight. My smile from pearly white side. Love myself, love my style. Pearly white, love your smile. From teens to grown-ups braces, they can change your life. All ages and all faces. Your smile from pearly white. Love yourself, love your style. Pearly white, love your smile.
For independent living for seniors age 62 and over, People Inc. offers safe, maintenance-free apartments across Western New York. The affordable rent is income-based. For more information, call People Inc. Senior Living at 817...
Hey everybody, welcome back once again to More with Mindie. Today we're showing you what you can do with your leftover candy. 2 more days, it's Halloween, and you're gonna get tons and tons of it, whether you have kids of your own who are gonna be bringing it home, or you just have a plethora of leftover candy like I always do, actually both fronts. So I have candy in my house for ever. So before we went to break, we were showing you what to do with the chocolate, and we neglected to say, and I have to mention it, you can throw in some Baileys.
Yes.
Yum. Too bad you didn't bring any along today. Okay, now this is going to, we're going to show you, Jerzy's going to show us, I should say, what to do with the sugary candy. So in this bowl, we have, what is this, like a Jolly Rancher, or not a Jolly Rancher, a Now and Later, thank you.
Gumballs,
Skittles, Smarties,
Sour
Jelly
Patch.
Beans, all of the fabulous, sweetie, sugary, most cavity-forming candies. Okay, so let's go. What should we do? What are we making? I guess I should say that
So
first.
we're going to make, I believe they're called explosion cakes.
Ooh.
So that you stuff it with the candy, and when you cut it, all this delicious candy comes right out.
That's really cool. We were talking off camera. I follow Kelly Ripa, and she posted something for her father-in-law where they did that, I believe, over the weekend because he was turning 80 and all this candy went flying out. Looks really cool. So we're gonna do that?
Yes.
Oh, kids would love it. And this is a fun thing to do with your kids. The other one was as well, but this is even cooler because they'll love cutting open and like having this big fireworks display. All right, so what's step 1?
So step 1, you're obviously going to make your cake. You could do any type of cake that you like, any cake mix, just follow the recipe box.
Okay, and it should be round.
And it should be round.
Okay.
And then you can make it square if you like to. It's just a lot more fun with round. Then when it's cooled down, you want to take a cookie cutter or even just a knife, and you want to cut the middle or the center of the cake.
Okay.
Because that's how you're going to stuff it.
Okay.
So at this point, you can go ahead and put the candy inside
Just at the
cake.
bottom
Yep.
there? Okay.
And you could use as much, like you guys are gonna have so much candy left over, like you can literally fill this up to the top.
So if the cake had different layers, you can keep filling it up, whatever. Okay, cool.
And then once you're done, all right, we're gonna add some icing.
That's
on
what
the
this
side.
is?
Yep, that's what this is.
Oh, it's not whipped cream?
We have some buttercream icing.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Jerzy, I think you should do this. I'm going to ruin your cake.
It's
Definitely,
okay.
this is not
It
my
is
forte. All right, go ahead.
okay.
It's
So,
embarrassing.
So let's mix this
But
up a
anybody
little
could
bit.
do this,
Anyone.
as long as they're not me. Okay. My daughter actually is really good at this. My daughter Ariel, she's like really into cooking and baking. Good for you because mommy's not. All right, cool. Oh.
And some icing.
So it could be chocolate, vanilla. You can have some fun. You can put some food dye in it.
Yeah, and remember, I actually stuffed this cake with some of the Kit Kats and
awesome.
Crispies.
So the chocolate that we were talking about prior is baked into this cake. So
Yep.
you have like some sweet with your sweet.
Yep. Doesn't really need to be neat because we're gonna stack the other cake on top.
Okay,
So
cool.
you just take the other cake,
Okay.
yeah, and just stack it right on top,
Just like that?
just like that. Press it down. There you go. And then you add some more icing on top, and then when you cut it open,
It flies out.
It flies
Let's
out and
see.
voila.
We don't have it stacked up as high as you would at home because you'd want to get rid of all of your candy. But we were lazy, so we didn't want to wrap all of the candy. In fact, I'm going to confiscate it, take it to work after here. Just kidding. All right, go ahead.
I don't like to do. I like to put some icing on top and then stack some of the candy in there. So then
All right,
you
let's
just
show
cut
everyone
it,
at home. Let's see if you can do it like that.
and then your cake just comes. Your candy comes right out.
That's cool. Well, it would normally come
Well,
out if it was
yeah.
stacked up high.
If
But
it
it's
was,
in
like,
there,
stacked
everybody.
up higher.
See, so you get a little candy with your cake.
Yeah.
That's fun. All right, awesome. And this is just a nice activity to do with your kids if it's raining or something like that. Get the candy, take it away, give them a little, and then, use it for the good. You can make this for a birthday. You can make this for like an extra little thing for even Thanksgiving coming up, or just a fun school, treat to bring in with the kids, right?
Yep. You
All
can
right.
add this to your Rice Krispie treats, just different ways of, just getting rid of that candy.
Yeah, get rid of the candy. That's the key.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, awesome. All right, so we're going to have Jerzy on another time. We're going to do something else really fun with you. I really appreciate you being a part of it and showing us what to do with our candy so we can get rid of it and not eat it. And at least on its own in one heaping setting, if you will, or sitting, I should say. Thanks everybody for joining us. Have a very safe And happy Halloween. And we will see you next week with another fun and fiery guest. See you then. Bye.
#9090.
In a world where bankers have lost